So, here's the deal. I do most of the work in our kitchen. I cook, I clean, I keep the place running smoothly, about 95% of it, actually. 2 years ago, my wife surprised me with a stunning $110 Japanese chef's knife for Christmas. It was my first real knife, and I was thrilled. I mean, who wouldn't be? I've treated it like a precious gem since the moment I unwrapped it. Every time I use it, I wash it by hand, drying it carefully and storing it away safely. I know how easily these high quality knives can get damaged, especially if they're exposed to acidic foods or, heaven forbid, used to cut through plastic. But my wife? Well, let's just say she doesn't share that same level of reverence. Now, don't get me wrong, she doesn't cook often, maybe once in a blue moon. But when she does, it's like watching a horror movie unfold. Just the other day, I walked into the kitchen to find her slicing through plastic cheese wrapping with my knife. My heart sank. I asked her, gently this time, "Can you please not use the good knife for that? I mean, it's dulling it, and she knows it." She glanced at me, nodded, and said, "Okay." But I could see the wheels turning in her head. Just a minute later, she needed to open a sausage package. I felt a wave of dread wash over me as I asked, "You're going to use the expensive knife again, aren't you?" She shot me a look, half annoyed, half confused. "What should I use to open this, then?" she replied. In my mind, I was like, "Are you serious?" I pointed out that there were supposed to be scissors in the kitchen, but she shot back, "Are the scissors going to be clean enough to cut?" At this point, I was starting to get frustrated. "Just use one of the other cheap knives, then," I said, gesturing to the two dull knives sitting conveniently behind her in the cabinet. But she just looked at me like I was speaking a different language. It felt like she was using weaponized incompetence to get her way. And then it happened. I couldn't take it anymore. I said, "I know you want to use the good knife. Just do it." She responded, "No, I just want to know what you want me to use." And with that, she sliced right through the sausage packaging with my precious knife. In that moment, I felt my blood boil. I couldn't help but draw a comparison. "This is like if I took one of your expensive dresses and mopped the floor with it," I exclaimed. And when you caught me, I said, "What else was I supposed to use?" Her response? "I don't know why you're going on about this." And to make matters worse, our adult kid, who had been silently witnessing this entire debacle, chimed in. "She gave you the knife. She can use it however she wants." Now, I was left standing there, feeling like the biggest jerk in the world for wanting my wife to treat my gift with care. But honestly, am I the petty a-hole here? I just want to protect the one thing that brings me joy in the kitchen. After that confrontation, I did something that might be considered extreme. I decided to hide the knife in a cabinet after every use. I know it sounds ridiculous, but I just couldn't risk it being used like a tool from the bargain bin. And here I am, questioning myself. Am I overreacting? Am I truly the a-hole for wanting my wife to respect my gift?